top once again, yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. And this will not be... returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Chase Edmonds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Murray being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Shotgun now for Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A.J. Green. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Washington 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on the 24-yard line.
Take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Isaiah
gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43.
First down, Washington.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got Miller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
3-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, second and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he finds McLaurin. The 20, 10, touchdown, Washington.
Fitzpatrick.
Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On On second down, Fitzpatrick again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick letting one go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Murray with a 3rd and long. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Sims. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes it in. Gibson, touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown,
Antonio Gibson with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Washington 21, Cardinals 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on second down. Murray, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and inches at the 24-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, Murray caught left side, Williams. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
To Curtis Samuel.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he is into the end zone up for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Washington 35, Cardinals 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, this is Edmonds. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Bust through the tackle. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. Now on 2nd and 13. Fitzpatrick. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes this Washington 42. Cardinals 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Isaiah Simmons.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So them holding them under 200 today.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Slings this deep for McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Allen on the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run again with Benjamin. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Collins made the
Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins.
17 at the 42-yard line.
Another carry now for Edmonds. It'll be
be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA